How to practice like a pro. Here are 3 drills to help supercharge your progress. What up, homies? This is Richard Shepard. I'm the owner of the Heroes of Music Institute. All right, number 1, close your eyes. If you really want to see where you are with any particular concept, whether you're learning a new chord, a new scale pattern, a new rhythm, get it down, practice it, but then to really test yourself, close your eyes. Like, how well do you know that pattern, you know? Okay, I think I know some of that with my eyes closed. Do the same. You can do that with rhythms, with chords, progressions, any and all things. Number 1, what's this going to do? This is going to improve your feel on the instrument. Okay, you won't be relying on just your eyeballs to just get everything done, right? This gives you an internal map of the fretboard. It's a phenomenal way to test yourself also, to really see like how well, because the minute I fall into that trap too, thinking like, okay, I got this, yeah, I know it, but how well do you really know it? I mean, can you play it with your eyes closed? Test yourself. Number 2, if you run into a problem area, a little trouble area that you're kind of just hitting a wall on it, put the guitar down on your lap and with your eyes closed or open, run the problem in your mind. Try playing it with no mistakes mentally first before you actually go back to the guitar and play it on your hands, with your hands. There's a bunch of science that you guys can look up yourselves that really emphasizes the importance of having the correct mental simulation before you come to the instrument. This is if you come to a problem area, you know, something that you think that you should know, but something's happening, you're like going over and over it and you're just running into it. Well, number 1, your ego is probably getting in the way, right? You're trying to muscle your way through it when you really need to stop and run a simulation. Your mind can't tell the difference between a simulation that you run in your mind and an actual play when you're actually playing it, okay? When you do run that simulation, whether it's with your eyes open or closed, pay attention to what's going on in your body. When you're playing it, are you creating tension in your shoulders, in your feet, in your jaw? I know I can put a lot of tension in my jaw sometimes when I'm like running on a problem. You want to eliminate all of that stuff. When it comes to the simulation, you want to play it perfectly mentally before going back to the instrument, okay? So run some simulations. Your brain can't tell the difference. Number 3, pros have a dedicated space to practice. You know, if you have guitar instruments, get them out of the case the night before your practice. Leave them out. Have the music out. Have your music stand out with whatever music you're going to be working in. Have it ready to go. Before in the morning, I love to practice. I bring the coffee maker into my studio from my kitchen, and I have it here so I don't have to go run back and forth between the kitchen. I want it here. I crank it up, get my coffee going, and boom, I get to work. I do a few things before I actually get to work, but that's another video. But yeah, have your space ready. Reduce the amount of friction that gets in the way of your practice. When my guitars are in their case, they don't get played. When those things are in their cases, they don't get played. Out of sight is out of mind. That's for real, okay? All right, so if you're still with me, I have another tip for you. Now, I know the last tip was to have a dedicated space, right? Whether it's a corner of a room or whatever, right? But the extra tip is practice anywhere. Practice in the park. Practice on your commute. Practice on the train. Practice when you're on the train, practice on your forearm. You can make a cardboard cutout of the fretboard and play it right here, you know, and get your fingers used to it, and then and run you can. And people think you're crazy. Who cares? Who cares what they think? You're becoming a great guitar player, okay? Yeah, and also too, pros, sometimes when you're on the road, this was my experience as well, there's no green room, there's no little backstage area where you can practice and warm up. You got to get used to practicing and warming up anywhere that you can, okay? Yeah, okay, so those are my tips today. That's how pros, that's the way a lot of pros, these are some tips that the pros use to get themselves to the next level and to maintain their skill level while they're on the road as well. All right, hope you guys are doing great. If these tips have been useful for you, I'm so happy. If you have any ideas for some future videos, please let me know in the comments below. Okay, my name is Richard Shepard, and if you're at the beginning stage of your guitar playing journey, you can sign up for my free 12-week course at theheroesofmusicinstitute.com. All right, stay great.